Love rarely screams. Most of the time, it whispers in small looks, tiny favors, and nervous laughter. Today, All reveals 7 hidden signs she's quietly, deeply, madly in love with you. Signs most men miss until it's too late. If you want to spot love before it becomes obvious, stay with me. I'll explain each sign, why it happens, how to respond without breaking the magic, and a final secret that changes everything. This is for anyone who wants to protect a fragile, growing love and turn it into something real. I'm Roxy Belia. This is Heart's Time, where we learn to love smarter, grow stronger, and live happier. If you want to understand the quiet language of love and never miss a daily video, subscribe now and join our joyful family. These signs are small, easy to dismiss, but they come from a deep place, care that's afraid of being too loud. Listen with your heart as much as your eyes. Sign 1. She remembers the little things. When a woman remembers details you thought were forgotten, the exact phrase you used in a half-joke, the name of a childhood friend, the coffee you ordered once, that memory is not casual. Memory is attention turned into action. Attention means emotional energy. Why it matters. Remembering is how people invest themselves quietly. It's not just politeness, it's storing moments of you like trophies in her mind. When she brings those things up later, it's an emotional breadcrumb trail that leads straight to care. How she shows it? She'll reference an offhand comment, ask about a small problem you mentioned once, or give you a tiny gift that matches a passing preference. What you do? Acknowledge it. Say, "You remembered that?" and let the gratitude be sincere. Offer a small reciprocal memory. Tell her one small thing you've noticed about her. That exchange builds intimacy without forcing a confession. Real example. You mention you missed a family recipe from childhood. A week later, she texts a photo of that exact dish she tried to replicate. That's emotional effort disguised as sweetness. Sign 2. Nervousness. The beautiful awkwardness. When someone is deeply invested but scared of rejection, their body betrays them. Blushing, fidgeting, stumbling over words, sudden quiet, these are not signs of disinterest. They're signs that feelings are heavy and fragile. Why it happens. Vulnerability triggers fight or flight in the brain. When she cares, the fear of loss or embarrassment is real. Nervousness is simply love's thermal anxiety. How she shows it? She might touch her hair more, laugh a bit too loudly, stop mid-sentence, or ask small, caring questions that betray her worry for you. What you do? Be gentle. Don't tease her in a way that shuts her down. Offer grounding comments like, "It's okay, you can be honest with me," or mirror calmness with a slow, kind tone. Your calm becomes permission for her to relax. Real example. She says something clumsy and immediately apologizes. Instead of correcting her, acknowledge the courage it took to say it. Sign 3. Proximity and mirroring. The silent alignment. Humans mirror the people they connect with. If she matches your posture, leans in when you lean in, or aligns her pace with yours while walking, that's subconscious synchrony. Proximity, choosing to be near even when it's not necessary, is the same language. Why it matters. Mirroring shows the brain is wiring her to you. It's an unconscious sign of empathy and attachment. How she shows it? She sits where you sit, picks similar expressions, or naturally matches your energy. At a group, she unconsciously angles toward you. What you do? Notice and reciprocate lightly. A matched smile, a small mirroring gesture back. These tiny echoes deepen neural ties. Real example. You stir your coffee, she stirs hers at the same moment without thinking. Simple, but meaningful. Sign 4. Playful teasing with a soft edge. Teasing can be a disguised invitation. When it's warm and consistent, it's flirtation wrapped in humor. The line between playful and painful is critical. Real care teases to connect, not to wound. Why it happens? Teasing lowers the stakes and tests compatibility. If she teases you and looks for your reaction, she's learning how you'll respond to emotional risk. How she shows it? Light sarcasm that makes you laugh, inside jokes that only she remembers, gentle pokes that leave room for reciprocation. What you do? Play along. Match her humor, but also create moments of sincere response. After a tease, soften with a genuine compliment. It signals you appreciate both the joke and the heart under it. Real example, she calls you annoying with a smile after you mess up a small thing. The tone says, "I care enough to tease you." Sign 5. Quiet jealousy. Subtle but telling. Jealousy is often painted as purely negative, but small, proportionate jealousy can reveal deep attachment. It's not about controlling you, it's about the sting of imagined loss. Why it matters. When she cares, references to other women can create small emotional ripples. She may not accuse you, but watch her voice, her energy, the micro-momentary withdrawal. It's brief, quickly patched, and often followed by care. What you do, respond with reassurance, not accusation. A gentle phrase like, "You're important to me," or "I love spending time with you," soothes without humiliating. This builds trust and keeps the jealousy from hardening into resentment. Real example, you say you'll hang out with a female colleague and she becomes unusually quiet. Not anger, but a small hurt. A kind check-in heals that wound. Sign 6. She prioritizes you without being asked. When a person rearranges plans, shows up when you're down, or remembers inconvenient things because you matter, that's prioritization. Love in action. It's not dramatic, it's practical devotion. Why it matters. Actions reveal intention. Saying "I care" is common. Repeatedly choosing you is rare and meaningful. How she shows it. She's the one who texts to check if you made it home, who sends a voice note while she's busy, who stays on the phone when you need someone. What you do? Reciprocate with gratitude and small acts. Prioritization shouldn't become expectation. Notice it and respond with honest appreciation, like, "It meant a lot that you were there." Real example, she misses a friend's event to help you with a stressful task. Her choice speaks before any love story does. Sign 7. She lets you see her vulnerability. True love leans into vulnerability. If she shares fears, past pain, or quiet dreams, she is trusting you with the core of herself. That trust is rare and fragile. Why it matters. Vulnerability is the bridge to deep connection. When she tells you what scares her or what she secretly wants, she's giving you access to shape her emotional world. How she shows it? She confides small secrets, admits insecurity, or reveals a long-held desire. She listens when you're vulnerable too. Reciprocity matters. What you do? Hold her disclosures like gold. Don't fix her, validate. Say things like, "Thank you for sharing that," and "I'm here." Offer practical support if she asks, and avoid judgment. Real example. She says, "I've always wanted to try something, but I've been too scared." Your immediate question could be, "What would make you feel safe?" And then help create that safety. All 7 signs come from one root: emotional investment mixed with fear. The fear tries to protect love by making it small. Your role is to expand safety so that small signals become overt truth. So, how to respond? These are practical steps. Acknowledge gently. When you notice a sign, name it softly. "I noticed you remembered that. It made my day." Validation deepens trust. Mirror vulnerability. Share a small, honest thing about yourself. Vulnerability invites vulnerability. Create safe rituals. A weekly walk, a short goodnight voice note, a predictable check-in. Reliability turns whispers into stability. Ask, don't assume. If you're unsure, ask with curiosity, not interrogation. "You seemed quiet earlier. Are you okay?" opens doors. Respect pace. If she's cautious, slow down. Love that's rushed can harden into fear. These steps convert subtle signals into mutual closeness without forcing the moment. Real people, even some celebrities, show these signs offstage. Often, their public confidence hides private nervousness and tiny rituals of care, remembering birthdays, small jealousy, or quiet presence. The lesson is universal. The loudest love is not always the truest. Here's the final secret. When she's madly in love, she will risk looking silly for you. That risk, a small embarrassment, a goofy text, a frank confession, is proof. If you see her take those risks, protect that courage. Treat it like the rare gift it is. If you recognize these signs in someone who cares about